So I know it's summertime and everyone is all like, yay, let's go grilling. Yeah, I'm in Florida, y'all. We stay inside for the summer. However, I do still like grill type items for this. And I did a review of a pizza oven, one of those pellet grill pizza ovens that makes amazing pizza. But the problem is I don't want to be outside and fiddling with some grill whenever it's 124 degrees with 1,001% humidity outside. I want to be inside. Well, there's a solution to that. And that is actually the Bighorn indoor pizza oven. But it's not just for pizza, y'all, because today I'm going to be making not only pizza, but calzones using 100% freshly milled wheat and reviewing this bad boy as well. Let's see if it's better for me cooking inside than outside. Hey y'all, welcome back to Grains and Grit. My name is Felicia, and on this channel I teach you all about real whole grains, all from a biblical perspective. I teach you how and why to be milling your grains and more. So I've already done a pizza video before about how to make an amazing pizza dough with 100% freshly milled wheat. It's actually a wonderful recipe to make for beginners. And I did that in an outdoor pellet grill pizza oven. And I also give instructions for, if you have, indoors, if you want to do it on a grill, so on and so forth. So I've done that, but here's the thing. While the pellet grill, which was another Bighorn outdoor product, the pellet grill itself was good. I have nothing to say bad about that, except it's me. It's me, y'all. Okay, I'm not the one who grills. And unless it's winter time here in Florida, I do not want to be outside in this heat. I mean, we hibernate from like July through September is whenever we kind of hibernate inside with our ACs because it's brutal to be outside. But I loved cooking in a pizza oven. And the other thing that I did not like about it is just how, you have to watch it. So I know people love to grill. They love using the pellet grills. That is not my jam. I actually prefer to just like hit a button and walk away for the most part. And thankfully all of these problems are solved with an indoor pizza oven. They reached out to me and asked if I would like to review this. And I was like, yes, even though I don't need another appliance, I can't resist. So quick review of this pizza oven, and then I'm gonna be using it with calzones and also showing you how it works for pizza as well. So first of all, the beauty of a pizza oven is if you really want that pizza quality that you get at pizza shops, you kind of need the pizza oven, and that's mainly because they can get to much higher temperatures than a typical oven. So these pizza ovens can go to like 600 degrees to 800 degrees or so, which your regular oven ain't gonna get that high. And the great thing about it getting to those temperatures is that it really gives you the perfect crust because it's cooking everything through all the way, but quite fast. So like a pizza cooks in 3 minutes, as opposed to 15 minutes or so in an oven, and the crust still isn't quite to perfection. Pizza ovens really help y'all with that. Now, one thing is that I love about this indoor oven is that I can be indoors and it's also electric. So I just hit a button and walk away. And I know that that temperature is going to be where it needs to be at whatever time, however long it takes to preheat. It tells you when it's preheated. It even times it so I can even walk away for a little bit. Like I can go help a kid, but still stay in the vicinity where I can hear the beeping to let me know that it's done. So for me, like if you want the pizza quality, but way easier than having to use like pellets and get it to the right temperature and are we maintaining the temperature, if you're just not a grill master, you're not a fan of that, this is something that you need to check out. Now, here are the things that I love and I don't love about this pizza oven that you just need to know. First of all, what I don't like about it is that it is actually pretty big. I actually have this on my oven here, and this is a standard size oven, and you can see how much space this actually takes. Now, good news is that this is actually designed, not right now because I can't do it right now because it's hot, I've already used it, is that it actually can flip up to where it's now vertical and takes less space in your kitchen, but it is still going to be pretty tall. This would not be able to fit under my cabinets here. But at least like I could put it like in a pantry or something like that. So just know that this is a very large machine, something that you need to be careful with. So that's kind of the main downside to that. You also slightly, being an electric, you do lose that smokiness quality that comes with grilling and everything like that. But for me, I don't care about it that much to go sweat my tush off outside and deal with all the bugs and the sweat and everything like that. So that's the main con that I would say, is that it's just so big. It is large, and some people may not have the space for that. Another thing to consider, and this is just a personal preference of mine, is you actually do need one of their pizza stones pizza peels. And the reason why, or get your own, but make sure it's no bigger than 14 inches. So I have another pizza peel that I got from Pampered Chef, but it is larger and won't let me fit it in here. So be aware that your pizza peel matters. Their own fits their ovens, but if you have one or you want to buy another one or whatever, can't be more than 14 inches wide. Otherwise, it's not going to fit your pizzas in there. I also suggest, if you really want to get into this, to have 2 pizza peels, because as you will see in the video, I do like to prepare the pizza or the calzone on the pizza peel. That way I can check to make sure, I'm not having to transfer once it's stuffed. I don't have to transfer it to a pizza peel again, and then transfer from pizza peel to oven. Less transferring equals less likelihood of something to fall apart or go wrong. So I do actually prefer 2 of them, because you're going to need, and why 2 is you can be preparing one on this and the other one can be pulling one from the oven, because if this one has something on it and the one in here is done, you can't use it to get something out. So that's kind of something I learned while baking and doing these pizzas this way. I'm like, oh yeah, that would help a lot. So I want to say I did find one this size on Amazon as well. So if you already have the pizza oven, you need one of these or whatever. Because sometimes they have been sold out of their pizza peels. I'll link that one below as well. But otherwise, the 2 pizza peels, especially if you're a large family like I am, or you want to do like a pizza party, calzone party, whatever it is, and you're cranking these bad boys out, 2 pizza peels will help a lot. Maybe even 3, so that way like 2 can be prepared at once, but only 1 is cooking. So 2 would probably be just fine. So now let's get to cooking the pizzas and calzones and test this baby out. Okay, so we need to be milling 1 3/4 cups of wheat berries to come out to add 3.5 cups of freshly milled flour. Now, I do prefer using hard white wheat flour. Today, I kind of messed up a little bit. This is actually soft white and it still worked out well. We need 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And then we add in 1.5 cups of warm water. And we're going to mix this all together. It's going to be shaggy looking. It's going to be weird looking. It's okay. And then we're just going to let this rest for 15 minutes to kind of let those ingredients kind of sit there, incorporate, scrape down the bowls if need be. Of course, you can do this by hand, even if you don't have a mixer. After the 15 minutes, we just uncover this, and now it's time to add in our yeast. We just need 2 teaspoons of yeast. I definitely prefer instant yeast in this. And then we're going to mix this in, and we're going to knead for only about 5 minutes until the dough is smooth, stretchy, slightly tacky or sticky. So you may need a little bit longer, but you can see here that it is pretty stretchy, still kind of a bit more sticky than I like, but this usually works out with the resting. We're going to let it rest, basically cover and rise until at least double in size, which takes about 40 minutes or so. And if it's still sticky at that time, that's whenever I'll just dust my hands with flour and use it. But right now, this is fine. We're going to cover and let it rest. Okay, so while this is rising, here's basically just close up of this Bighorn indoor pizza oven. This cover just comes right off. It comes with the pizza stone that is in there, and you can see it's charred because I've already used this several times. But I love how simple and easy this is. This has
5 presets on here, and frankly, I've only just used the presets, and all you got to do is you just plug it in, and then you turn it on, and then you turn the little dial to do this. You can actually do this manual as well, and adjust the temperature of the bottom and top heating elements. But for me, for calzones, I just put this on the New York style setting because that's getting it around that 650-degree mark that you need for calzones. So whenever the pizza dough is risen, I'm just going to lightly dust my surface here, and then we're going to roll out, you're going to bring out this dough, and I do divide this into about 4 different pieces. So if it's still like crazy sticky, just lightly dust your hands, work flour into this. I'm not really kneading, just working that flour in until I'm just able to use it. So just that's just how I handle that. And then I just divide this into roughly 4 even pieces. Each one of these pieces will make 1 calzone or 1 kind of small, medium-ish pizza. Of course, for pizza, you can combine 2 of these to make that as well. But one of them will make a small pizza or 1 calzone. And so for this calzone, we're just going to work on rolling this out. So the key is you really want to make sure nothing sticks to your surface. So use more flour if you need to, and we just roll this out. I like to use one of these pastry rollers. Of course, you can just use a regular rolling pin, but you do want to get these thin. If you do them too thick, then they're going to give you like big air hole pockets on the inside, which isn't bad, but like not a calzone. So this is pretty thin, maybe like a 1/4 of an inch thin. And then we're going to add in our ingredients. You actually don't add marinara inside a calzone, according to my research. Sorry if I offend some Italians in there, but you actually dip it in the marinara sauce if you want it. But you basically just fill it in with whatever ingredients you have. I'm just doing simple cheese and pepperoni. You can add like salt, Italian seasoning. You can do like even broccoli, chicken, and cheese if you want. So the sky's really the limit. And then we're going to fold this over. So this is where I realized soft white wheat is not what I typically like to use because the dough tears a little bit, but that's okay because I just take off some excess, put it in, work it in, and this still turned out fine. So I kept this little wonkiness in here to show you that even the mistakes, it's fine. But then you want to seal the outsides. I like using a fork because it looks pretty and it gives a really good seal as well. And then you're going to really make sure everything is dusted. I put semolina or the flour or cornmeal on the pizza peel. You want to kind of shake it to make sure, it's not going to stick. And then we want to insert it into our pizza oven. How easy is that? And then we add the lid on, and then we push the button and the timer starts. This takes about 5.5 minutes to cook, and voila, it is absolutely beautiful. Like that, it's beautiful. And the crust is perfect. Like beautiful. And who cares if it doesn't, like, the shape isn't perfect? It's really how it tastes. So here it is right here. So again, I wish you could feel it because the crust really is, it's nice and like crunchy. You can see on the bottom that it's not soggy at all, like at all. All of it is just beautiful. It cuts beautifully as well. And there is the inside. I could have stuffed this a bit more, but I didn't. And if you see any breading in there, that just means I didn't get the ingredients far enough to the side. So now I'm actually going to show you that it does work for pizza. I just set it on the wood fire setting. Usually takes about 20 minutes to preheat the oven. And while the oven is preheating, this is whenever I start making my pizzas. And the beauty of it cooking so fast is this is wonderful for pizza nights. So I typically like to do personal pizzas, which is usually one of those ball of doughs is perfect. And I let my kids make the pizza that they want. So I just add the sauce. They add whatever toppings that they like. And they absolutely love it. This here, to get this size, this is 2 of those balls of dough to get this. And again, my other video, I kind of slow this down to really how to make a pizza. But still very simple. This is the moment of truth to make sure you dusted. That pizza peel is to make sure your pizza slides in. But so long as it's dusted, it does go in very easily. And then you just add on the lid. And then this is me forgetting to hit the button to start the timer. Thankfully, I realized that about 15, 20 seconds later. So this did cook a little bit more than it should have, but it's totally fine. My husband also reminded me after I recorded all this video that I should have added the cheese on the top to help keep the pepperoni from getting a bit too brown, but it's totally fine. It's totally fine. It was still delicious. And here's the pizza in this indoor pizza oven. It was still absolutely amazing, just as good as the one in the outdoor grill. And I love this thing.
So there you have it, y'all. Calzones pizzas in a pizza oven, and they came out amazing. I love the fact that I can make pizzas with 100% freshly milled wheat and still get the killer crust that you can get at those pizza places, at your typical pizza places. And I love how I can do calzones. Do know that these pizza ovens are not just for pizzas. They say you can bake bread, you can do steaks, you know, they are actually quite versatile. So let me know, comment below how you like your pizzas or calzones, because we could all use ideas of the stuffing in the pizza, in the calzones, or the toppings on the pizza. Let me know if you also have your own pizza oven, you know, how you like to do things, how you like to cook pizza. And now, you know, the fact that pizza is healthier is just awesome, because it's truly whole grain, but yet doesn't taste like whole grain. And if you want to check out my video where I reviewed and did this in a outdoor pizza oven, the pellet style pizza oven, which I think are far more popular, then you can check out this video here. I also went more detailed in my pizza dough recipe as well, so you can check that out. And I also made some mistakes and recovered from it, and it was great fun. So as always, I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week. Bye.